Welcome to another War Selection video. In this fight, we are fighting against Excalibur. Now, let's see this map. Now, as soon as you can see, there are tons and tons of trees. A lot of mountains here. And perfect choke points. Now, I have played against Excalibur, and I realize it is impossible to beat Excalibur unless you wall. Or I'm sorry, rephrase that. It's impossible for me to beat Excalibur unless I wall. Or actually, unless anyone walls, really, because Excalibur has gotten so adept at this game. Unless you build a wall to keep him the fuck out of your territory, he's just gonna keep throwing troops at you until you give up. Now, as you can see, I realize the map, and I realize, there's huge amount of foods, mammoths, tigers, boars, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, these boars did more damage than Excalibur ever did. Sorry, Excalibur, but that was the truth in the entire match. So, I immediately start building a temple. I only get 2 Stone Warrior pits up, and I get the Stone Cutter. But I don't get the upgrades. I don't get the upgrades of the Stone Cutter. And also, this guy just walks out for no reason. Regardless. So, I start building more houses, start getting a bunch of Stone Warriors, because my plan is not to beat Excalibur Stone Warriors, but to buy time so I can wall. Now, I have learned my lesson in Excalibur, and I will never make the same mistake twice. Or actually, I didn't make the same. I will never make the same mistake 3 times. So, I immediately go for the wall, and again, these boars were just a fucking menace. Now, okay, so I build a wall here, and I build a wall here. I did not realize he could come from here. And he actually pulls back. You see, he pulls his Stone Warriors back when he sees no Stone Warriors. That was perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. These Stone Warriors were not upgraded. And I will say this right now, this house wall, whatever, was freaking amazing, man. So, I didn't realize this, so I built a wall here, and I thought, that was it. I didn't see this part. I didn't see this. It was a blackened out, and I couldn't see it. I didn't know he could come through here. So I start fortifying, thinking these are the only 2 points right here, and I actually built another wall here, and I realized. Right here. I think I'm safe. I honestly think I'm safe. I didn't know he could come through here. And see, my Stone Warriors kept getting stuck. I got so annoyed. He kept, attacking, and I got, like, my Stone Warriors are also not doing anything. He just stood here. Look at this. Like a bunch of idiots. Anyway, I realized that he could come through here, and I immediately started building a wall. And those boars, man, those boars ruined me. Now, he goes and attacks. Now, you might think, wow, this is not good for you at all. Like, you have unupgraded Stone Warriors. Yeah, problem is, he never utilizes his Stone Warriors to their full effectiveness. Like, I build towers here, get mammoths and stuff. Now, at this point, I start to panic. Because, I don't like my wall. Look at this. Look at all this BS my workers had to deal with. Literally the entire time. And he goes in for my house. And he goes in for my houses. I don't know why he goes in for my houses. I don't know why he goes for my houses. He just does. And he destroys a few houses and then just kind of just fucks off. He lets my Stone Warriors chase him. And these are unupgraded Stone Warriors. They don't have any upgrades. They don't have, the bone stuff. And he just kind of runs around as Stone Warriors. And that's actually a strategy he utilizes a lot. Whenever Excalibur just runs around Stone Warriors, that means he just wants you to chase them to buy him time. When in reality, it was buying me time. What he did was a god. What he did with that, it was amazing. So I go in, I finish building this wall. It's insane. I think he goes in. There we go. He tries to go in again. Although I have enough workers to build this wall. I finished the wall. And I build another wall here just in case. And he just stopped sending the attacks. But regardless, so there is a reason why he stopped sending attacks. So what Excalibur likes to do, so listen closely. So whenever Excalibur knows he has to siege an opponent, he will swap his tactics around. He will take what remains of his Stone Warriors, then get tons of slingers and hand rams. So ever since they added Age of Hand Rams, he started doing this. So I immediately start repairing. I kill all these mammoths off. Repair. I'm realizing, this is not going to be enough. This wall, when I realized he was going for this wall, because I think he builds a tower here. Yeah, he builds a tower here first. So he clears out this area. He builds a tower. I realized, yeah, this wall is not going to hold. I know Excalibur, this wall is not going to hold at all. So as he builds a tower. And he builds this tower, and I think this is around right here, realized. Take some workers, I build another wall. The first wall not meant to hold, but hey, it works. And the reason he was able to do this is because I didn't build towers, because I didn't have the resources to build towers. Towers were expensive, and were simply not worth it. As you see, he gets a hand ram. I start spamming out archers like no tomorrow. And I have workers on standby. He busts through. Easy. I start building another wall. And I think this is the end. There we go. I have spearmen here because I wanted to let them soak up the damage, but also because in case the hand rams or something got close, then I would be able to defeat them. So again, he goes in. He starts again doing the same thing as he does. Masses them up. But this time I have far more towers than he does. And I have workers on standby and, and everything ready. And he kind of just bounces after that. And actually, he hits a lot of territory. What the heck kind of territory BS is that? Actually, wait, I just realized this. What kind of BS is that? I have a tower literally in his territory. And yet he gains, I guess because it's too close and he gains claim of it first? Whatever. So, I stopped focusing on this section and start, just fortifying it because I thought he was just going to constantly just focus this one area. But I destroy the towers. I immediately, start upgrading these walls because I didn't want him through. And as you can see, his economy is probably doing... It's actually... Oh, I just realized his economy was actually doing shit. Anyway. Again, okay. Right here, he starts attacking this wall. Luckily, I managed to upgrade it in time. And I managed to grab some workers and stuff like that, and my archers. Which got stuck, but I managed to fix them. And I had so much trouble aiming at these hand ramps because they were so mixed up in the bunch. I tried aiming at them, but just like really hard. I tried getting my everything, trying to get workers in and stuff like that. It just wasn't enough. But I was able to get these workers in and managed to repair the wall just in time too, because this one worker, literally this one worker, kept it at bay. And I was able to build another wall here. Just in time. And keep him from ever attacking my territory. Or breaking into my territory. Not like when it mattered. By the time he broke through this one, I would have already built this one up. But I was able to repair the wall fast enough to get him out. Now, this is where it gets interesting. How did I defeat him? Well, I knew he built a dock here, and I thought he was going straight for my, fishing eco, which he does do. But I got insanely lucky at this point. So he gets, he gets the docks. He didn't build anything at first. But I was able to get a bunch of workers in to this dock, or into this galley, and send them over. And I start just fortifying because I was kind of betting all my cards into this one action. I kind of just betted all my cards here. So I sent my galley over here. I hugged it close to the side so he wouldn't be able to see, just in case. It kind of got stuck right here. And I fixed it. And and look at how insanely lucky this was. This is how insanely lucky that was. He managed to get a junk ship right here, right when I managed to get my galley inside, or right to the other side. And I immediately deleted the galley afterwards. Now I debated you should go and try and destroy it, but I was like, you know what, no, I don't want him to know. And, as you see, I get them over here, and I start building docks. Because, rule number 1 of war selection, got people, never build too close to the water. And I'm Europe. So I start building dockyards, and this is also right here. He managed to get the territory upgrade, so he managed to see all of this. He managed to see all this territory. So I immediately was like, oh crap, he could probably see this, and I destroy the dock. And I'm like, okay, hopefully he doesn't see that. Hopefully he doesn't see this. I don't know if he can, but he never does. He never checks. This is where I get lucky. So I start building more houses because I desperately need more houses for population. Because I was running low on food. Because he had actually attacked this and destroyed my fishing boats and my dock. Now I wasn't too mad, but just in case he decided to land troops on it, I got some towers up. Now it did hit my food eco a little bit, but I had already anticipated he would do that, so I'd actually placed workers on food already. So, as you see, I got tons upon tons of siege ships. Also, I don't know how... Yeah, he didn't notice this right here. And when I realized, I immediately just pulled back. And just deleted all these spearmen that I didn't need. I deleted all the spearmen I didn't need. Especially the ones over here, too. So that way I can get more siege ships. As you can see, he's pretty well fortified in this little area. His towers aren't fully upgraded or anything like that, but he's getting tons of food, tons of metal, and tons of wood. Whereas I'm just digging into this tree line. So, now's the time. This is when I defeat Excalibur. I wanted to distract him, so I took half of my archers and went to attack this tower, which distracted him. And I managed to also get these siege ships right here. Managed to get these siege ships right here. And the tower, and I used the archers to attack this tower. Now the reason I attacked the tower and just let them die was to act as a form of distraction. They were never meant to survive, but just in case, 'cause I actually got into a call with him later. Just in case, he moved his troops over here. This was exactly what I wanted to happen. Everything went according to plan. And I had siege ships ready. He did not have a dockyard. I don't know. I guess there's more fish here, and he didn't expect anything to come over from over here. He couldn't really build here because of the mountains, but I had repaired. And I immediately went straight for it. Now all my archers died, but that was it. I got really excited. He said he goes lol. And I go excited. I do GG really a lot in the chat. I got really excited to feed him again. My second time defeating Excalibur, compared to his 8 that defeated me. Regardless, he says, well played. I get into a call with him later, and he's just laughing. I got 71 points out of this, which is insane in terms of my rating, and I managed to get enough siege. Now, I probably didn't need this many siege ships. 10 was probably enough, but I was like, okay, it works. And I can see he kind of like panics, I think, and just sends the junk ships in. But yeah, that was it. He was on his way to industrial, I believe. I think he was going for Japan or China. Actually, he was probably going for China. Actually, it would make more sense for him to go for China. But he kind of like stopped attacking the wall. He spent so much resources in the beginning of the war. Something I learned. Okay, so something learned for every fighting Excalibur: survive until medieval. Excalibur wastes so many resources in the beginning phase because he wants to take out his opponent quick and decisively. But if you can stop him from doing that, if you can just basically say, no, you're not going to do that, Excalibur will fall flat because he will waste so many resources in the beginning, whereas you're conserving it for the end. So, that has been my video on defeating Excalibur. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.